There's going to be a few things to consider when either purchasing or selling an option. And we're going to give you a list of things that we like to check before we actually get into a position. Now, the first thing is going to be the volume. What is our volume trading at? So here in SPY, in our February 10th expiration, these 593 strike calls, only about 84 contracts got traded today. That's not a lot. We want to see more of that because if we get stuck in here with a large position or even just one, we don't know if we're going to be able to get out safely for a good price. So we want to make sure that there's a lot of volume on. So we would like to look at these 600 at the money calls, even right here at the 599s. Really not a whole lot of volume, but still good enough that we can kind of get in and out if we're in a small position in here because we want to secure our profits, right? We don't want to get stuck naked just standing out there alone and we're stuck with a call that we cannot exercise or we don't have the ability to exercise or we cannot get rid of. So we want to get something with a lot of volume. So now that we know where our volume is, the next thing we're going to look at is going to be the bid and the sell. So that's going to be the difference between what people are trying to sell it at and what people want to purchase it at. And the closer you get in the money and the closer or the higher your volume is, your spreads are going to be very, very tight in here compared to the lower the volume, the further away you get out of the money. So right here, we're trading about 6 cent wide markets on this 600 call. And you can see, even if we go down to the 599s, you're trading at about 12 cents because the volume drops 21,000 contracts less, right? So it's going to get very, very wide. And if you go all the way down to those 593 strike calls here at that 84 volume, you have 43-cent wide markets. So you're not going to get a good price in here unless you're slapping the ask, which is going to be you're buying up here at that 867 when really technically they're really only worth about 840 right now. And really it might go down because of the volume. So after we have our volume set that we want, we have our markets where we like them. There's not going to be a whole lot of slippage, right? 6 cents, we can deal with that, right? If we get on the hook in here for 290, it's not that big a difference from actually the 287 that it's currently should be trading at. After those two things, we're going to look at our delta. What do we want for our delta? We always wanted to get it as high as possible because we have a call strategy. So we want a dollar move in the underlying asset to actually increase our option as fast as possible. So we want our delta as high as we can because also this delta represents the probability of expiring in the money. So we have about a 52% chance that SPY is going to end above 600 here by the February 10th expiration. So that's another thing that we want to look at in here is delta. And finally, when we click on the ask here, it's going to open up and it's going to tell us our theta. Now the theta right now is going to be -40. That's because we're pricing in the weekend right now. So that's why that is so high. But we want to look at theta because that represents the decay on the option because these all have a shelf life, right? Every option is time based. So each day you're going to lose money. All things being equal, the theta is going to eat at your option every single day. So those are the top 4 things we want to look at. What is our volume? Can I get in and out? Are my markets good? Am I getting ripped off? Am I getting sold too high? What's going on in here? Delta, where's my probability of being in the money? What's going to be my options increase or my options price increase or decrease with a $1 move in the underlying asset? And then how much am I losing every single day in my theta? So those are the 4 things that we want to look at overall, high level. If we're purchasing or selling an option, those are what we're looking at first before we're actually getting involved in any sort of position. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.